Have you tried going anywhere this summer, from airport delays to crowded theme parks to national parks and expensive car rentals? It's just not easy going anywhere right now. Or is it? Are there any secret destinations out there that are easy to get to and with fewer crowds? Greg Tepper is a travel expert. He is founder of the Exeter collection of travel companies. He joins us by Zoom this morning. Hey, Greg, good to see you.
Great. Thanks for having me on, Russell.
Good to see you again. All right, I'm going to get to your recommendations in a bit. First, though, help us deal with airport delays, cancellations. What's your best advice right now?
You know, right now, there are an awful lot of first-time travelers out there. A lot of business travelers have dropped off, and airplanes are just full of people who aren't used to traveling. So you have to be very, very patient. When you go through security, know the rules, know what the size liquids you're allowed to bring on board. I always fly nonstop out of Tampa whenever possible, even if it's a little bit more expensive. Once you change planes or connect somewhere in the United States, things get much more complicated. Luggage gets lost and delays get more difficult. Pack light, try not to check luggage. That's another thing, especially if you're connecting.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that the airlines are really struggling to rehire staff. They left a lot of people go during COVID, and right now they're understaffed. They're long wait line times to check in, also to get help on the telephone. So these are all things that happen, and you know, it's really about being patient.
Okay, I know you've got some secrets here you're going to share with all of us this morning, because we know this. It's hot, it's crowded, the national parks are hard to get into, theme parks are tough. What's your best advice on where to go right now if you want to avoid all that?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Right now, anything that's a mountain or outdoors is where everybody wants to go. So it's probably the last thing that you want to follow the crowd to. So I tell people, you know, stay local. If you can find something in here in the state of Florida that's interesting to you, a nearby state you can drive to. You're really going to have a difficult time renting a car right now. Yeah. The car rental companies let go a lot of cars, and there's just a huge scarcity. So you'll see rates that we haven't seen probably in our lifetimes. But one thing that you really should consider are some of the big cities. So a city like New York, we have a lot of nonstop flights going up to New York. You can get there easily. The whole city is open. I was just there a few days ago. All the restaurants are open. The hotels are offering some very good deals, lots of flexibility, and theaters about to open in New York. So that's something that I think everyone should consider.
Also, one of the emails I got from you in the last few days, and I know it's dicey where you go, and I know you need to check from day to day, but Europe is an option as well now, right?
Yeah, you know, this is probably a historic time to be able to go to Europe when it's open to Americans. And Europe is largely still closed to non-Americans, which a lot of people don't know. So we have the whole continent to ourselves in a sense. You know, there are just huge amounts of people around the world who are not allowed to go into Europe. And again, their hotels are offering some great deals. Airfares going to Europe are about half of what they were in 2019, both in economy class and in business class. So you also have to keep in mind that there are almost no cruise ships going into Europe. So all the sites like Venice that were completely crowded. I had a friend in St. Marcos Square just a few days ago, and they were alone, which if you can imagine in July to be in St. Marcos Square, like the main square of Venice.
Hey, Greg, before we go, excuse me, before we go, because I want to get this in really fast, and we're out of time. Most of us think we can book our own things and do this on our own, but I would imagine, especially right now, if you're planning a trip and you're worried about COVID protocols and things like that, this is where the experts come in and can really help out, right?
Yeah, COVID rules are changing on a daily basis, so you don't want to navigate this on your own. If you ever had any problem while you're overseas, you need somebody back home to help you navigate any of the issues. And a travel expert's going to point out some destinations that you might not have thought about, even in Europe or around the world.
I want to tell everybody your website is exeterinternational.com. Go there. It's a beautiful website, by the way, and it'll give you some great ideas.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate your time today. Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye.